Today on Tikifire Toy Reviews, Tron action figures from the 1980s film Tron. Hello, Tikifire here with another Tikifire Toy Review. And today I've got some Tron action figures from the original movie that came out back in the mid-80s. I always liked that movie. I always thought it was really cool back in the day, and I still enjoy watching it every once in a while. I have the Blu-ray of it and Tron Legacy, the sequel that came out over 20 years later. Pretty neat action figures these guys were. Now, back in the day, this is my original Tron action figure here in the middle. And back in the day, I had him, and I had his yellow light cycle. And the yellow light cycle had a pull cord feature. You could put Tron, you could open up the front and put Tron down in the light cycle, and then close it up, put a pull cord through, just like the old Evel Knievel figures and motorcycles, and then pull that rip cord out, that pull cord, and it would go flying across any smooth surface. And it was a really cool toy. Now, I believe I sold the light cycle about 15 years ago. I'm not sure why. I guess I was going through a period of time where I thought the old toys, I was growing up and didn't need them anymore. I would love to have that thing back now because it was a really cool toy. Now, these guys came with extra things. This is Flynn here, of course, played by Jeff Bridges in the movie. This is one of the guards, one of Sark's guards, in Master Control, I believe it was called, the movie, the big computer, the MCP, and one of his guards too. And those were the bad guys. These are the good guys. And Tron was kind of the hero of the movie, played by Jeff Boxleitner. And it was a great movie. Of course, Flynn ran a video game arcade. And if you've never seen the movie, it's really cool. He gets zapped in, Jeff Bridges' character does. Now on the back, there's a hole on these two guys. They're supposed to have little discs. And this guy, I don't know, I got him off of eBay a long while ago, several years. And I think I got him and him together, the guard and Flynn together, but neither one of them had their accessories. The guard had a staff of some sort. The Tron and Flynn originally had discs, and I did have Tron's disc that would fit in his back there back when I was a kid. Have no idea what happened to it. Over the years, Tron's head broke off, and I had to glue it back on, so his head doesn't turn, although Flynn's will, if you're very careful with it. Now, I always thought these were neat-looking figures. They do look a lot like the characters in the movie. These are clear, sort of clear. They're kind of, well, I guess you could call them opaque. You can kind of see through them a little bit, especially if you hold them up to the light. I always thought they were neat looking. In the movie, there was a lot of neon and computer graphics and, well, early rudimentary computer graphics, but it's a great movie. I believe it still holds up pretty well. I mean, yeah, you have to consider the time it was made, the chintzy kind of computer graphics they were using, but it was still kind of neat. And I know their costumes and things, they did a lot with neon lighting. And I believe they did some rotoscoping and things like that as well. But these are cool figures to have and cool figures to display. I will say whatever rubber Tron is made out of here is slowly starting to degrade a little bit, just like on some of the older vintage Star Wars figures sometimes. So if you have a lot of dust in your house, which I did in my old house, you can kind of see on his boot there's quite a bit of dust that kind of caked on and kind of got stuck because the rubber gets kind of sticky as it breaks down. So I'm going to have to clean him up, I believe. But I wanted to leave it in the video because it's important to understand on some of these old figures, especially from the 80s and from the 70s with the old Star Wars figures, that rubber that they're made out of, that plastic rubbery kind of stuff, it does degrade and break down over time, and you have to kind of clean it up and take good care of it. So anyways, this has been another Tikifire Toy Review. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please give me a thumbs up, and please leave a comment. Thanks.